All right, you guys are coming in. Go ahead and hit that like, and also drop your scent of the days. We're gonna get started here in a few moments, in really just a moment or two. Go ahead and drop your scent of the day. We'll get started here in just a moment. All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome to Smell Goods. Welcome to the place where we have these conversations about fragrances. We have these conversations about whatever. So got a couple of decants and samples. We'll talk through that. But we'll go ahead and also just have some conversation, have some stuff to talk about as far as this fragrance place, this fragrance thing that we're in. All right, appreciate y'all. Go ahead and as you're coming in, hit that like. Go ahead and drop your scent of the day as well. All right. My scent of the day today, well, my scent of the day earlier, my scent of the day was Tarathi Electric. This is their take on Blue Talisman. I've got a review coming up of this. First impression, I think, because I think I did it before I actually wore it fully. But yeah, this was the scent of the day. Be on the lookout. There's a video coming out about this probably the next day or two. I might think it's coming up tomorrow. All right, but that was the scent of the day. And then just the evening, hanging out and around. Scent of the evening, just because I'm kind of wearing it and testing it out, is Mancera's Sicily. So that's my scent of the day. And scent of the night, go ahead and drop in what your scent of the day is. And we're going to go and get started, y'all. I'm glad that those of you that are here pop through. All right. But you know how we do here. I've got some decants and samples and whatnot. I've got a box. I don't know if I can. I got a box of like, I mean, some of my discovery sets are in there, but you can kind of see in there, there's a bunch of samples and stuff that's in there. So every now and then we're going to go ahead and dig through and see what we pull out, see if we find some gold. Some of these I've smelled a little. I haven't really, spent a whole lot of time with them just because they're there. But we're going to go through on tonight. We'll go through and we're just going to talk about some fragrance stuff. We're going to talk about a bunch of different things as we're coming through. But I need y'all to go ahead and, again, do me the favor, do me the honor, hit that like, because I only see one like there. But appreciate that like. But also make sure that you are putting your scent of the day or night into the comments. All right, let's just jump into it. Let me get my tester strip. I'm gonna put y'all on game too. One of the things I like to do on this channel, one of the things I really hope that you pick up on, is that my goal is to really just, one, share my fragrance journey, but also two, just help people as they're on their fragrance journey, right? So that's why I put out like a video about favorite places to shop and stuff like that. Why? Because not everybody knows where to shop. And so I'm gonna put y'all on game. Some of the decants and samples that I get just because I get it, I'm on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. And because of the things that I'm looking at and watching on Facebook and on Instagram, what have you, I start to get notifications, if you will, or opportunities to get samples, right? So Macy's, I don't know. Oop. Hang on, y'all. I'm still here, but give me a moment. My camera just did a little something. Give me just a second. Snap. I was on mute all that time. Why didn't y'all say nothing? Can y'all hear me? All right. That's better. All right. I was on mute that time. So anyway, if you missed it, we'll talk about it. But this is Pacific Rock Flower. This is one that I got from just scrolling. And it's a newer one from them. All right. I get lemon, and I get, it's almost, I'm trying to think of what herb, or it's not ginger. What is that? It's kind of like a mint, or what's the thing that my wife has in her? The eucalyptus. This is kind of what this smells like. I get that up top with this. This smells, so this is, I think it's supposed to be unisex. This doesn't work for me. It smells a little, there's something in here that's a little off for me. And I just mean it's got a twang that I'm not really used to, or a twang that I'm just kind of like, I'm not really feeling. Yeah. Let me pull it up, see what we're talking about here. All right, so Pacific Rock Flower from Goldfield Banks. So this is sea salt, lemon, eucalyptus, that's what it was, tea, peony, mimosa, tuberose. Then the base is sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, and moss. This might be more apropos for wifey, but I don't know. This one I'm not really feeling. It's not really my style, my speed. I mean, was it Goldfield Banks? They've got Ingenious Ginger is definitely one that I enjoy from them. But this one, nah, it's not really my cup of tea. This might go someplace, I don't know. All right, that was it. Let me know what you all got going on. Y'all are real quiet, nobody in the chat. You see anybody hitting the like? Got a few of y'all that hit the like. I appreciate that. What's your scent of the day? Drop that in. Y'all know what we do on this time. Whenever I do go live, we just talk about fragrances. We talk about decant samples that I got, and then we just kind of chop it up for a little bit. All right. So first one we did was Goldfield Banks from Goldfield Banks Pacific Rock Flower. That's a no for me. That's a no for me. All right, got a few of these. Again, I think I was on mute when I talked about it, but Macy's, they will from time to time, I'll get carded samples from them. So this one is one that I got maybe a couple weeks ago. Actually, no, a week ago. This one is Gentleman Society, and this is of course by Givenchy. This is the Eau de Parfum. This is Ambre. All right. So I'm a fan of the Gentleman Society line. A lot of good things that are in there. So let's see what we got here. Atomizer sucks, but this is just a decanter sample. Yeah, this is definitely a flanker that I can work with. Yeah, this is definitely one that could make its way in. Yeah. Definitely a nice, there's vanilla that comes across. There's a little fruit in here, I think. Not like a fruitiness, but there's a little, like a darker fruit, if you will. Yeah. So that's Gentleman Society Eau de Parfum Ambre. Let's pull that up. Let's talk through. All right. There we go. As you're popping in, go ahead and again, do me the favor, hit that like, and then also drop your scent of the day. Y'all are real quiet tonight. All right, so yeah, this has nutmeg, clary sage, juniper berries, okay. Narcissus, orris, sandalwood, Madagascar vetiver, and Haitian vetiver, tobacco, Madagascar vanilla, and Peru balsam. So yeah, this is one definitely could work in my collection for fall and winter evening. Yeah, I'll have to have wifey check that out because this is one that could work. All right, that was Gentleman Society Eau de Parfum Ambre. All right. Good deal. Yeah. All right, let me make sure, because again, y'all are making sure I'm not missing anything, because I did a little while ago have the mute turned on by accident. Nope, y'all just quiet. All right, y'all can just watch. Prefer to have the conversation, but it's okay. All right, so that was Gentleman Society by Givenchy, Eau de Parfum Ambre. All right, let's see another one we got up here. Tommy, what's going on, man? What's good with you? Good to see you. You broke the silence, bro, because everybody else is watching. The other 6 or 7 that people that are watching right now have been really quiet. It's okay. But appreciate you coming through, man. Drop your scent of the day. Good to see you there. All right. So we're just going through some of the decants and samples, and we're going to have some conversations about what's going on. Also, while I'm thinking about it right now, I'm thinking right now the end of this month, because I'm expecting I'll hit 5,000 subscribers. Thanks to each and every one of you. I'll hit 5,000 subscribers probably, if not this week, next week. So I'm planning on the end of the month, probably on a Tuesday, because I think Tuesday nights is going to be the nights that I pretty much try and go live every Tuesday night. So definitely make sure you're subscribed, make sure you tuned in. But at the end of the month is when I'm planning. I'm going to do a live, and we're going to do some giveaways. I've already mentioned I've got a giveaway coming from, or actually I have it already. I just need to give it out. Is a discovery set from Day 3 Fragrances. I was over at the boutique with Michael when I picked up Escandalo, and let him know he and his wife gave me the discovery set for you guys, for whoever wins it. So we're gonna do that, and then I've got Nazar. So Terrence over at Nazar Fragrances, coordinated with him, but we're going to do some giveaways of his fragrances for the 5,000 a member live stream. We'll see what else we can get going for you guys, but I do want to do some giveaways just to show my appreciation for each and every one of you that have been watching, even if you've been watching and not commenting, you've been watching and subscribing, all that fun stuff. Cool. Tommy, scent of the day, Aventus Cologne. Can't really go wrong with that. That is probably my top choice as far as just my scent profile, right? That DNA is something that I love and enjoy. All right. JR says, what's good? Scent of the day, Grand Soir. Hey, smelling good as well. All right. We got some brothers smelling good. I know some of y'all are just coming in, but my scent of the day earlier today, I wore, just because I'm checking them out. Earlier today to work, I wore Tarathi Electric, which is their take on Art of Universe. And I know I have a video coming of that pretty soon, probably tomorrow is when that one will drop. So that was my scent of the day. And then my scent of the evening is Sicily from Mancera. So a couple other ones that I just got in recently. In that same haul that I got the Mont Blanc Explorer Extreme, which I am digging, right? I know that video went out earlier today. I am digging that Mont Blanc Explorer Extreme. That's up my alley. All right, let's jump back into, let's get a couple of fragrances. Like I said, I've got a box of decants and samples that I just have been collecting over the past year and a half or so. And so every now and then we're going to dig into the box, see what's in there, go through, put our nose on stuff, see what we like, what we don't like, what could be bottle worthy, what is definitely not bottle worthy. Just to recap so far, the ones that I've talked about have been from Goldfield to Banks. This is Pacific Rock Flower, and I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling that one. Nope, that's not for me. All right. And then the other one was the Gentleman's Society Eau de Parfum Ombre, which I am feeling that tobacco. I'm feeling that vanilla. I'm feeling the, I think, juniper berries up top. Yeah, I'm feeling that one. All right. Let's jump back and see what we got. We got from our friends over at Yeoman Lale. This one is Addiction. I'm not going to try and hold it up because you can't really see, but this is Addiction, which I think is their take. I believe it's Narcotic Delight. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely Narcotic Delight. Yeah. This might make its way very soon as well. Especially as we start to move towards those cooler months. It's Addiction by Yeoman Lale. Yeoman Lale is doing good stuff. They're doing really good stuff. Now, I'll be the first to also admit not everything from them is a full-on hit for me. But when they're on, they're on. Yeah, that's Addiction. Let me pull it up just to confirm, but I'm pretty sure that is their Narcotic Delight. Yep, Narcotic Delight. Notes on it: cherry, pink pepper, black pepper, cognac, Hedion, tobacco, and vanilla. Yeah. Another one from Yeoman Lale. Now listen, my boy, here's the thing. I didn't tell everybody that in my circle that I was doing fragrance content. Mainly because I wanted this channel to grow organically. I wanted people that were really interested in fragrances. I wanted you guys to be part of the journey. I didn't want for this to grow primarily because of people that know me in other spaces and other arenas, that they just wanted to jump in and support, right? So my boy, he saw, or we were talking, and we were talking about what I was doing as far as fragrances and whatnot, and so he's kind of jumped on and all of that stuff. But I turned him on to Yeoman Lale, and when I tell you, my brother has gone. He's like, have you smelled this? Have you smelled this? Because they're putting out good stuff. This one, Addiction from Yeoman Lale, their take on Narcotic Delight, it's up there. It's good. Definitely in that space, definitely in that range. Yeah, definitely something that we'll be tapping into, especially when we get to those cooler months. Yeah. All right, jump back in chat. Let's see if y'all talking about. No, y'all not talking about anything. It's okay. Appreciate those that have already jumped into chat. Those of you that are watching, go ahead and drop your scent of the day in, and let's talk. Let's have conversation. This is not just watch Kevin do samples and watch Kevin sniff scented paper. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about fragrances. Let's talk about this thing that we happen to enjoy. All right. While y'all do that, and while y'all figure that out, let's just get something else that we can put our nose on. All right, here's one. This is, I got juice in there. This is Arctic Sea. Arctic Sea by Lorenzo Pizzaglia. Not bad. There's, I want to say a little saltiness, if you will. You definitely get some aquatic notes in this, is what I'm picking up. Let's check this out. So that's Arctic Sea, right? Yeah. There's a lot going on. Yeah, the sea notes is definitely like overpowering. Ozonic notes, wormwood, bergamot, green notes. There's like 15 citruses in this up top. Those sea notes and ozonic notes are really hitting. So Arctic Sea could definitely work. Not a run out must have, but definitely something that could work. All right. Let's see. Johnny, center of the day, CDN, Carl, what's that? Club de Nuit, Milestone. Just use that in the video. Yes, sir. Very good. Very good. In fact, Milestone was one of my, I want to say it was my first Club de Nuit that I picked up. Again, I jumped into this space maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. But yeah, good choice. Good choice. You're smelling good, my friend. And then Tommy, you just got LV Imagination, bruh. There's a reason. There's some fragrances that there's reasons that they're cloned a lot. LV Imagination, or as I call them, Las Vegas, just because we're not using that name. It's a fire fragrance. It is. There's no getting around Imagination being a fire fragrance, right? There's some fragrances that are just special, and there's a reason that a lot of the brands will put out their take on them, right? I've got, because my friend, one of the things my friend was asking, because he had picked up the Yeoman Lil version of Imagination, and it's one of his favorites. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get that one because I've got 3 other clones of Imagination. So I've got the Full House, I've got the Aqua Dubai, and what's the other one? I forgot the other one that I have. But yeah, Imagination is a fire fragrance, and there's a reason that it's getting the love that it gets. All right. Perfect. Let's jump back in. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see what we got. Oh, this one's, I don't think I've actually, I think I may have smelled this when I first got it from Yeoman Lil, but I haven't really spent a whole lot of time with it, but I do have a bottle of it coming. This is Basic Instinct, which is their take on French Defense. This, yeah, Basic Instinct. I think I've smelled this when I first got it, like this decant, this sample several months ago. But this has been kind of sitting. Even this little bit has been macerating, and this just is. So I've got a bottle of this on its way. I ordered part of their 4th of July sale. I was like, let's just go and get Basic Instinct. So that full bottle is coming. Then I got something for my wife. Basic Instinct by Yeoman Lil is fire. It's fire. It is absolute fire. Yeah. In fact, this right here, I can't wait for cold nights. It's gonna be warm. In fact, I was telling my friend, 2 of my brothers, we were talking, and one of them's not married, and we were like, listen, this Basic Instinct, this French Defense fragrance, You can't wear that as a single man just because he's a pastor as well, and so we're trying to keep him cute, keep him good. All right, let's jump back into the chat, see what we got going. Jessica, Latafa Mashrabia, absolutely. I have that. I don't have it up here, but I have that. That's a fire fragrance. That's a good interpretation of, I want to say, Smoking Hot by Killian. Definitely good. Smelling good today. Yes, ma'am. JR says, I've got Solar and Nizam in my collection, so agree. Yam and Lel are worth a look. I also got a 10 ml of Venom, which is inspired by Boadicea, the Victorious Valiant, and it's a true banger. I'm going to have to check out that Venom. Yeah, Solar. Now, the thing I'll tell folks about Solar is, in my opinion, not for everyone, just because it's not a mass appeal scent, but it is a great scent. And let me know, JR, if you agree. It's not one of those scents that is everyone's going to just be jumping on and falling all over themselves for it, but it is a scent that is a good, nice, masculine, manly type of scent. But it's something that if you know, just to give you that caveat, so you know what you're getting into, right? You know that when you get it, don't expect it to be your latest fresh, your cookie cutter fragrance. It is not that, but it is a really good fragrance. It is really strong, masculine type of fragrance, woody, spicy, little spiciness that definitely works. Now, Nizam is another great one that just, I think it's a little more mass appeal, but it's not cookie cutter. That one, I'm really wanting to spend a little more time with that, just because that, as far as when you look at the notes and just knowing how that will work, it looks like it takes you on a journey. It looks like it takes you on a journey, just because you start off with like freshness and fruits up top, and then there's like this layer of flowers, I think it is, and then underneath it there's layers of like woods and whatnot. Nizam is special too, right? But both of them are good. And yes, Yalm and Lel, it's worth a look. It's worth a look. I'm not contracted with them. I am not, I don't have a code with them. I'm a fan. I literally am a fan. Now, if they offer it, I am going, if they offer a code or something, we'll take it. But at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I came into them as a fan, and I have been a fan, and I'm turning folks on to them as a fan. I am enjoying what Yalm and Lel is putting out. They're putting out good stuff. Yeah, JR, totally agree. Definitely sample Solar first. It's and for some people that may sound off-putting, but no, I'm just telling you, because I know how people's noses are. I know how my nose was, especially when I first was jumping into this. There's some stuff that now when I go back, I'm like, oh, I can appreciate it because I get the artistry, I get what's going on. But when I was first jumping into this space, I was turned off by things that were a little more complex. Complex doesn't mean bad. Complex just means I have to kind of work through and really understand the beauty and the artistry of what it is. So with Solar, I'm telling you, if you get a chance to sample it. If you can get a decant, whatever of it, do that. But it is a good fragrance, but it's not for everybody. And I'm okay with saying that it's not for everybody, right? Let's jump back in. Let's see what else we got on the table here. Just to kind of review so far, as far as what I've put nose on, Goldfield and Banks Pacific Rock Flower, that was a negative ghostwriter for me, not for me. Givenchy's Gentleman Society, Eau de Parfum Ombre, definitely could work that and rock that. That's definitely something that we'll be working with. All right. What else we got here? As far as other things we put nose on, Arctic Sea could work. Not something I'm running out to get, but definitely is a nice pickup. If I, if this is something I may get just a decant of, a bigger decant of, just because it's not something I'm running out to get, but it's something that I could enjoy. All right. And then we also did Addiction from Yalm and Lel, and so their take on Narcotic Delight. And then we just did Basic Instinct, which is their take on French Defense. Now, let me just say this, because again, I did mention this, not everything from Yalm and Lel for me has been a 100% hitter, but they succeed more than they fail, right? Way more. The only one that I'm right now, and I'm just bringing this out because I'm letting this macerate. I'm letting this macerate. And I can tell the shift in it. It is getting better. This is, which one is this? This is Love Trap from Yeoman Nail. And I forget which one this is doing its take on. Let me get it pulled up real quick. I know it's a Mind Games. Yes, Mind Games Checkmate, right? So the notes on this and what's going on since IRL, good to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through. All right, so Love Trap, I can tell it's macerating because it's not as what's the word I'm looking for? My wife, she smelled it and she gave me the perfect word. It was fermented, right? It smelled fermented when I first got it. Right. So notes on this, you got champagne, red currant, Divana, May rose, Bulgarian rose, and magnolia, tobacco, patchouli, and moss. So this is their take again on Checkmate by Mind Games, which that's a good fragrance, right? I went and I smelled it in my Saks Fifth Avenue, not too far from here, and it's a good fragrance. I'm good with it. I don't know that I would run out and grab it, but it's a good fragrance. This right here, if I can just, again, I give honesty, right? On this channel, my goal is to give you my honest opinion, my honest thoughts regarding fragrances. Right now, this is not something I'm recommending as far as Love Trap. Not because, well, I'll just say because this right now is not where I can see fully that it's a good take, right? It's still, I believe it's still macerating. It's getting there, but when I first got it, there was this, for lack of a better term, there was this funkiness. There was this almost like fermented stuff that was just there that was just like, it kind of was a punch in the nose. Now, I get it. The champagne is becoming softer, right? That rose is kind of blending in a little better. So keep an eye out because, I'll give it maybe another, few weeks, another month or so, and come back to this and really see kind of what this is. But again, I'm honest, right? Not everything that I've gotten from Yeoman Nail is a 10 out of 10. That's one that right now is definitely not a 10 out of 10. I can see where it's going. It's just not there yet, right? But some of this other stuff like Basic Instinct, that's there, right? Addiction, that's there. All right. Blaine, what's going on, my guy? How's everybody doing? Scent of the day, Prada L'Homme, low. Awesome. Awesome. I have to check that one out. All right. Let's jump back in. Let's see what else we've got in that we were able to pull from our box of stuff. Let's see what we got here that we haven't put nose on. I'm also trying to check the chat over here too. All right, let's jump in. Let's get this one what's this? Summer Hammer. Summer Hammer's nice. Summer Hammer's good. Summer Hammer is one that might become a bottle at some point quicker than Arctic Sea. Summer Hammer is one that I could see probably trying to get before next summer. Very tropical. Little fruitiness, not an overpowering fruitiness. But yeah. Summer Hammer is good. Good to go. We might be able to get a full wearing out of that. That might be something to do something soon. All right, let's jump in. Jessica Cooper. What do you think about Latafa Amethyst? Purple bottle, picked it up last night, and it's a different type of smell. It was Coop, by the way, using Wife's YouTube profile. Okay, my bad. What's going on, Coop? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. Latafa Amethyst. So that is their take on Atomic Rose. All right, it's their take on Atomic Rose. For me, I enjoy it. I like it. It's not a one-to-one. I think some people do get, I think I've heard some people get like I want to say a rubber type of smell off of it initially. So I don't know if that's a batch thing, a maceration thing, or whatever. SC Blaine saying it is super synthetic. Yeah, that's the other thing people do pick up from it. But one thing I'll tell you that I've done with that, and it's been a while because it's been a while, but I would layer that with Oud for Greatness, the black bottle. So I wear Oud for Glory, whatever it's called. So the black bottle and the purple bottle that are of that by the Al Oud line, Latafa, I would kind of layer those together, and it turned out really good. So that's something just to check out. But yeah, the Atomic Rose clone. In fact, I think there's one that's supposed to even be better than that. I think I want to say it's the Infinity Rose or something like that. I forgot who that's by, but I've heard that one is a little better representation. All right. That's Rose one, Jessica. Yep. All right. Good deal. Here's something. What new fragrances what's on your list that you're like, it's on your buying list? It's on the things that are going to eventually make it into your collection, whether it's something that recently came out or something that's like your holy grail right now. All right. Tommy says, Oud for Glory gave you 540 vibes. Okay. Now, are you saying that it came off like BR 540 to you? That's the first time I've heard something like that. All right. Let's jump back in. Let's see what else we got. Again, well, a couple of things. If you haven't watched the video already, this right here, the Mont Blanc Explorer Extreme, I'm digging it. I am digging this. I don't even know if I showed it, but the atomizer on this is not pressurized, but it is a nice off-screen type of spray. This has taken its place, the place of the Explorer, the original Explorer, just because I'm really enjoying this. This is one I've worn it one day and a half already. I'll probably wear it a lot more, especially when we get back to cooler. It's not bad for summer. It's just, again, I'm right now, because where I live, 120 degree weather, I'm going for more of the lighter stuff, but this is good. All right. So if you haven't checked out that video, make sure you come back and watch that. All right. Coop, appreciate the feedback. Definitely one of the favorite channels, learning a lot. Listen, that's my goal. My goal is, and that's kind of, I am a teacher by nature. I've never taught, but I'm a teacher. I'm a trainer by nature. So I like to, when I have information, is something, especially something I lock onto, I like to share information and help people in their journey. Right. So Tommy says, Baccarat Rouge 540. Okay. That's a new one. I've not heard that before, but okay. Good deal. All right. Let's jump back in. Let's see if we got something else here that we can check out. Let's do another carded sample that I got. Paco Rabanne Phantom Elixir. All right. I don't know if how many of you heard, but I was telling the story of how I get a bunch of these carded samples, right? Again, because I think I was on mute when I told it. That's an unfortunate thing. But one of the things that to put you all on game and help you in your fragrance journey and help you to get these sent to you is I literally have gone and on Facebook liked Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Saks, all of those big chains. I've liked them, as well as some of the different fragrance houses, so like Creed, Initio, Goldfield Banks, what have you. I've liked their pages. And so because a lot of my Facebook, my Facebook feed is stuff dealing with fragrances and the groups that I'm in and stuff like that. Every now and then when some of those brands are doing samples and sending out samples, I get it in my feed. And so I've gotten now with Macy's, I've probably gotten over the last 7 months, I've gotten like 5 boxes that have like 5 or 6 samples in them each. So just something to put you on game. If you have not come across that, definitely something to start doing, because you can get some samples and save some money as far as whether or not you really want to do something and buy something and not have to blind buy. All right. But Phantom Elixir, I should say, by Rabanne. It's in that space. As far as when I say that, it's definitely in the flanker of that. Nothing, for me, this isn't anything special or spectacular. It's a nice designer fragrance. I think my turnoff to the Phantom line is just that bottle. I now know that sounds crazy, but that bottle just seems eh. And I say that knowing that I've got some crazy looking bottles behind me as well, but I think that's just been my turnoff to them. Fragrance is good. It's just but it's not a special. It's not a special designer fragrance. It's nothing that for me is like, ooh, run out and grab. Like YSL, myself, something I'm like, yeah, this isn't that for me. As far as what the card says, Marine Accord, Mineral Oud, and Vanilla Bean. Yeah, so it's okay. Nothing crazy. Okay, good deal. Let's see. Blaine just ordered Hawass Tropical. Yes. I haven't ordered that, but I know where I'm probably going to be getting that from soon. Joe Milano, King's Fades, Full House. Yes. Let me know what your thoughts are, bro. And then Mansara Lemon Line. I haven't checked that one out. Eldo, you or someone like you, and a handful of duels from their 4th of July sale. Yeah, 4th of July had some good sales, some good deals. Trying to think what I've got from them coming. I know I just got something from Yeoman Lael coming from their 4th of July sale. And then I have some decants coming as well from, I think, no, this one I tried someplace else, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, use these sales, man. Use these sales. And I'm trying to wait for Terrence over at Nazar. He's supposed to be giving me a 30% off code to give to you all for Panic Attack and Royal Paradise. So be mindful, be watching the community tab, because as soon as I get that, I'll put it in there and drop that for you all. All right. JR says on the list and on the way. Nishana Nefs, Oman Luxury Oud Aquilaria, Roger Elysium Parfum pour Home. Yeah. Aqua de Parma Bloom Mediterraneo Mandarino di Sicilia, and Atelier Materi Burgundy Oud. I hope I got all those pronunciations right. Hooked on Phonics is hopefully working for me. All right. But yeah, you got some good stuff going. Nisha Nefs is and Roger Elysium Parfum are two that I definitely put nose on and definitely are bangers. All right. Definitely are bangers. I remember Benet Cologne. Is there a clone? I don't remember Benet Cologne. Let me see. See. So the website I pulled up says circa 1984, dude. Let's see if there's any notes on this. I can't see any notes on it, so I couldn't even tell you where to begin. It says notes of amber, floral, and fresh accords, moss, sandalwood, and spices. Now there is, let me see if I can share this real quick with you. Let me go over here and so I did come across, and this might be something that you check out. I don't know the validity of this or anything of that nature, but this might be helpful for you. Where's my screen? There we go. All right, so this place says that it's like the original, so you may check this out. I don't know. Just trying to be helpful. But when I search Benet, this is what came up. And it looks like they are saying that this is their take on it or their clone of it. Again, I've never smelled or knowingly smelled Benet, so you'd be the judge of that. And if that's something you want to check out and check in and see if they do it, but that's something to check out there. All right. Yeah. So maybe that is it. All right. Back to, I was going to say Hawass Tropical. So Hawass Tropical, so every year I take a trip. Not a problem, sir. Just trying to be helpful. That's all I try and do here. Every year for the past 2 years, I think it is, I take a trip to San Antonio just because of the church and the things that we're connected with, what have you. And there is a shop in San Antonio. It's in a flea market, but he's got pretty good deals on a lot of the Middle Eastern brands. So Hawass, Latafa, Afnan, Armaf, what have you. So whenever I stop into San Antonio, he is literally, in fact, my wife has already given me permission. We're getting off the plane, we're checking into our hotel. And then once we check into our hotel, we're supposed to be going to dinner with some friends. So before we go to dinner, I'm going to stop by this place to see what they have. Hopefully, I'll be able to pick up Hawass Tropical. And there's a couple other things that I am checking out, seeing as far as their prices and deals on. I'm looking at the new Game of Space. I forgot what it's called. I think it's the Emerald one. I'm checking that out, as well as a couple other things that I'm just kind of getting my list together to see what he's got. He also has testers of like Creed and Bond Number 9, so I'm gonna see what he's got there. But whenever I'm in a city, one of the things I like to do is go check out the fragrance community, check out the fragrance shops, see if there's anything as far as deals, see if there's anything I can maybe just put nose on and what have you. So I know, like when I go to Atlanta, I'm stopping through the Black Nose Lab with Chris Classic, the owner of Savoir Faire. I'm definitely gonna check them out there. I was planning on making it to North Carolina, but it's looking like I'm gonna make it this year. But next time I'm in North Carolina, I'm definitely gonna try and connect over at with Terrence and Nizar, if things are still going in the right direction, or not the right direction, but in the direction that's gonna keep his business and keep what he wants to do, or what we're hearing going. For those of you that don't know, he had put out a while back that he was thinking about shutting it down. I don't know fully where he's at right now, but I think that we may see a path forward. So I'm going to let him tell his story in his timing. So, and kind of what he's thinking. But yeah, that's it. That's it for that. Let's see what else we got here. Anything else in the chat? All right. Let's go with another one from one of my favorite houses, which is more still a nostalgic, right? If you've been around my channel, one of the things you'll hear me say, my two favorite houses as far as designer houses are Mont Blanc and John Varvatos, and that's more from a nostalgic and sentimental type of way, just because those are the ones that when I was not really into fragrance, those are the ones that kind of just I got stuff from and really enjoyed. Granted, I know now about all the other designers and everything that's out there, and there's some great stuff out there, but those two have a special place for me. But this one is John Varvatos. This is Double X Intense. Double X Intense. This is an EDP. So one of the things that about John Varvatos fragrances is that they smell great. Their performance historically, just for me, is not great. All right, but let's see. Yeah. You get the jar, you get, I don't want to say signature, but you get that twanginess that a lot of John Varvatos has, right? This one has tonka. What is this? Red ginger flower, cedarwood. Yeah. So I'll check what it is on places like Our Fragrance, just because I'll probably have as many of the John Varvatos line as I can, just because. This one works. Performance, I'd have to see what this is with it being in EDP. Probably lasts longer than some of the other stuff, because some of the other stuff smells phenomenal. It just only lasts 3-4 hours. And I say that not everything has to be beast mode, not everything has to be 12 hours performance, but I do want it to smell beyond me getting out the door, right? So that's another good one. All right. Scent Bubble, what's going on, my guy? I did see, yes, we need to do an AZ collab. If you don't know, if you've never watched Scent Bubble, go check him out. He is, first of all, he's a neighbor, because he's in the great state of Arizona that I've adopted and have come into. But we were over at Day 3 Fragrances, which is also here in Arizona. We were there. I was there to pick up Escandalo. He was there hanging out with Michael and picking his brain and smelling, and like we have the opportunity to do of all the great stuff that's over at Day 3. And so we were able to talk it up for a little bit. But we do need to do a collab. I think I've got you on Instagram. I'll make sure, and we'll tap out a time. In fact, I know I just mentioned earlier, I'm about to hit 5,000 subscribers probably this week, next week. And so my plan is the end of this month to do a live stream giveaway, or live stream celebration, if you will, for hitting 5,000. I've got a couple ideas as far as folks that I want to invite on to do, kind of just have a conversation, what have you. So definitely let's make sure that you are in that number as well. All right, good deal. Good deal. So Bubbles donated a bottle to the giveaway. Awesome. Awesome. That, hey, so now we've got a bottle coming from Scent Bubble. We've got a discovery set from Day 3. And then we have one, maybe 2 bottles from Nazar, from Terrence over at Nazar. We'll see what else happens. All right. Sounds good. All right. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to get out of here. I've had a full day of work, and need to go ahead and grab something to eat and do some other things, because I've got a training, a webinar workshop, I should say, that I'm doing here Saturday. So I need to go ahead and finalize some things for that. Let's go ahead and get one more. Let's do, now this one, I got this a while back. This is Boz Quir. It's hard to see. Boz Quir, or Cure, C-U-I-R. Let's get the notes up on this. The Spirit of Dubai. So Spirit of Dubai Boss Cure. Definitely woody. What is that? Trying to think what this is. I'm not gonna figure. Let's just look at the notes. Bergamot, apple, yuzu, mandarin, green notes, orange, cypress, coriander, cinnamon. Maybe it's that coriander and cinnamon I'm picking up because there's definitely a spicy note in here as well. And then middle notes are jasmine, mugual, geranium, osmanthus, cedarwood, starwood, yeah, myrrh, lavender, and incense, sandalwood, leather, musk, oriental, saffron, gaiac wood, cardamom, cedarwood, patchouli, and vetiver. So definitely lots of woods, some ouds, couple spices. I like this, but it would be definitely for cooler weather, for one. Two, it would have to be situational. This wouldn't be work. This wouldn't be just out hanging out. This would be out with a purpose. Could be date night, but not necessarily. So, all right. Not bad. Not something I'm racing out to get a bottle of, but let's just, I'm curious because Spirit of Dubai can be up there. Oh yeah, Max Aroma has it for $885. Yeah, we're not getting that anytime soon. Nice. We'll see if we can milk this sample for a little bit, but $885 is definitely out of my budget right now. All right. All right, that's it, y'all. I wanted to come on again. My goal is I'm trying to do every Tuesday night, make that the night that we come on, we have some conversations, we just talk. I'll break out my box of fragrances, or we'll have something we talk about, what have you. But this is just a good another way for us to kind of connect, another way for us to just build the community. If you have not already, make sure you are subscribed. Go ahead and jump onto the community page. I think the way that the community page is now set up is that it's almost like its own forum, right? So I see you popping in, Ricky. Latafa Massa, we'll catch the replay. Definitely do that, bro. Appreciate it. Definitely do that. Appreciate you stopping through and coming on. But like I was saying, I'm trying to make Tuesday nights my live stream night. That'll probably fit into my schedule best. I have something I do on Monday nights that are solid and set. And then because I travel a lot, Wednesdays are typically when I do have to travel. Wednesdays is one of those days that is for traveling, right? So Tuesday nights are going to be the nights that I can probably commit to fairly consistently for doing live. So hopefully, as I'm consistent in that, you guys are coming through, hanging out. We have a conversation, we talk, we spit about this fragrance game that we are all enjoying and spending hard-earned money on, right? All right, that's it for this one. And listen, again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you do me the favor of staying safe, staying sane, and staying feeling good. And then if you have not already by this time, first of all, I'm gonna ask, what are you doing, right? But if you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notification, share. And then just like we've been doing in the chat here, meet me in the comments. And we'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed. Peace, y'all.